So what Path of Exile does, they sell stash tabs. So you can buy more inventory space for real world money. It doesn't change the gameplay in a way that you're more stronger, more powerful. It just creates more comfort. And this is the thing that I would call this model. It's pay for comfort. Because
Yes, that's
it is
pretty
much more
nice.
comfortable to have like things organized nicely, because keep in mind these action RPG.
This is no bullshit gaming podcast, 2.5 Gamers. Sharing actionable insights, dropping knowledge from our day-to-day user acquisition, game design, and ad monetization jobs. We are definitely not discussing the latest industry news, but having so much fun. Let's not forget this is a 4 a.m. conference discussion vibe, so let's not take it too seriously.
Okay, welcome everybody. This is a special episode about Diablo 4. We are playing with Jakub, and I'm playing as well. So we are gonna talk about this amazing game and play, obviously, because you liked the episode where we played Squad Busters. So we decided to play Diablo 4 and talk about it. So now we play both. It's both of us. But since I was in the US, I'm lagging behind quite heavily. So
Yeah.
so Jakub is gonna help me with some content, but it's not exactly the same as Diablo 2 or 3, where you just power through the whole fucking content in 5 minutes. And we are gonna talk about that as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, let's take
Yeah,
a look.
why are we even talking about this? Because in the end, this is going more in a way than a free-to-play game, I would say. It's still kind of pay and play, because you still need to buy the base version. But in the end, it has its own shop for the first time. It's in here with daily refresh and like everything they have there. And yeah, we're gonna pretty much go on a little bit of speculation and like what they will do
Yes.
next and what are the possibilities, and then compare them with some market examples of other successful ARPGs such as Path of Exile, and give you a rundown what we think about these things. Because in the end, this is this kind of a, let's say, I would say, new model of PC freemium, or let's say PC microtransactions that this kind of age awaits us. So let's see. But before we start, let's help little Rafaela Lancho here.
Rafael, you know why Rafaela, by the way?
Why?
Because there is this song for kids, which is Rafaela the Centipede.
Okay.
So
I guess it's your daughter is singing that.
Exactly, all the fucking time. so now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
And
So let's start.
when I usually
Sorry.
play female characters. Hey, do you see this Tour Dura Stronghold? Let's do that. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Because I just got in a quest.
So let's start with the first casual mechanic and the most controversial one that I think everybody is currently talking about. There was even some kind of a drama between Bungie guys and Blizzard, where somebody pretty much straight out said that this is lazy design. But
what are you talking about?
If you can see on the screen for those listening, Matej here is level 36, Rafaela, and I'm level 73 Druid. And we are playing actually together. And you would see, oh, like whatever I touches pretty much dies instantly. No, it won't, because the game.
Well, but it actually does. So
it actually does, because I have like pretty good character. But in the end, the game is currently built around this kind of a scaling system, which enables you to have this experience when one of your friends is far behind you or the other is far ahead of you. You can still play together, and the content is still challenging for both of us. So let's say here's an event that is like the typical one in open world. There's even other players you could see that there's like 43, 36. That's Matej, 46. I'm 73, and we're all playing together. So that's thanks to that new scaling system. It's great because, as I said, we can all play together. It's pretty much meaningful and stuff like that. I can even have some kind of a, let's say, useful drops maybe. Yeah, even a little bit of hard time. Let's see how the boss monster would. I haven't even used my skills yet. But the thing is that, on the other hand, what this creates is that the monsters always level ups with you, which breaks this usual kind of power spike rule that ARPGs or RPGs follow, where you continue on your content and you pretty much find this kind of, let's say, hard content, hard boss, whatever. You get your ass kicked, and then what you do, you go somewhere else, you level up, and then you return back to that area, and then you are able to defeat that content finally, because that content didn't level up. This is not the case for Diablo 4, because in Diablo 4 the content level ups with you. Therefore, each time you level up, monsters level up with you, but monsters get, boosted stats and everything, and you don't really have a like item upgrade every single level. Therefore, what this produces on especially higher levels, I'm talking like 70 to 80 plus, is that you actually get weaker, sometimes really significantly.
But you need to explain it in like way different words, because when you talk when we discussed this in beta, I didn't have a fucking clue what you are talking about. Now I understand. So let's. So what I usually did in Diablo 2 or 3, so I went to a different, like, certain location. I got my ass kicked, obviously. So I knew, oh well, I can't go there because it's just too hard
Or
for
you
me. So
can't
I need to,
progress.
yeah, I
Yeah.
need to grind. I need to level up, and then I can go there. Here I wanted to go when you open up map. So I wanted to go wherever, and I was like, oh well, I can't go there because, well, I'm too weak to actually do any damage there. But then I was like, well, wait a second. These guys are all already at the same level as I am. Like, what the fuck is happening? So yes, now I know what it means that they scale with with me.
Yeah.
But I don't get the part where I'm weaker. Actually,
You don't get that part. It's
yeah.
pretty much all. You need to go into higher difficulty probably,
Okay.
because here on like level 37 or whatever,
Yeah.
you get a new item upgrade pretty much every single level. Like whatever you find here, even in this event on the ground, will be probably better than the items you already have in your inventory, and that's okay and that's great.
Ah. Okay. Now I know.
but
Okay. I
but later
guess.
down the line, there's like nothing good will drop for like 5 levels, and monsters keep getting stronger, and you're
Ah. Okay.
still,
Got it.
let's say
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
on
Now I
level
know.
70 and I level up 5 levels, so monsters went up 5 levels, they are 5 levels stronger, but I didn't do any changes to my gear because there were no upgrades. Therefore, I'm weaker than my level 70 self when I'm currently level 75 self.
Okay. Okay. Now I got it. Yeah, because you don't get the higher level items, so you're
So
basically,
fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're basically weak. Okay. Okay.
So we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah.
I know
Actually,
streamers have been like complaining about it very much.
everybody's complaining about it.
Yeah,
Everybody's complaining about everything. That's the main problem with
uh,
some of the game designers as well.
that, that's usually what happens on the internet. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is pretty much breaking the rule as it was in all the other Diablo or ARPG games. For
RVC,
instance,
Grizzly Master, are you in a fucking clan or something?
what?
Are you in a clan?
Yeah, most of them in the
Oh
clan,
my
of
god,
course.
of course you're in the clan.
Pretty
Jesus.
big one actually.
Yeah, of course,
Uh,
pretty big one.
yeah, but I really underestimated the thing, like, or let's say overestimated. Like, there's really no need for a clan now. Oh, we're going the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with this thing. Where, as I said, people are kind of like, the end game behaves completely different, because yeah, when we're talking about this thing, like, let's go back to the like casual experience. The casual experience of the thing is like genius. Like, I think this feature unlock a lot more players for Blizzard to actually play Diablo. They had this kind of excellent marketing push with all the big things, with Megan Fox reading the names of the dead hardcore
Here, come
characters.
here.
Where are you going? Like, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, Megan
So
Fox talking about
So
the
actually, a lot of
death.
people that didn't play Diablo games or RPGs altogether, I guess, got here, and that's great because they already announced their sales that in first, I think 5 days it was, they hit the magic number 666 million
Yeah.
revenue. So yeah, definitely the game's working great. But the problem is when these casual people start hitting the end game, and the hardcore people also leave, pretty much hit the end game, and then you have a little bit of mismatch. So well, let's see what happens later down the line, because that brings us to this other thing, like what happens next with Diablo, and that's what's currently like the main, let's say, friction point. I know there was even a Twitter exchange with Forbes Paul Tassi, who also
He-
seems didn't play Diablo games and was new to this concept of you leveling your character, and then after some time you need to
oh
level a
wait,
new character from
wait,
the
wait, wait.
start.
There's
And he was
the
like,
boss
"Oh,
there.
I can't use my character that I was using for like I don't know 50 hours and like play with seasonal content." No, you can't. And that's the thing that I think
But
it's a
that
little
was
bit
in
of,
Diablo 3 already introduced, like the
yeah,
seasonal
it was
characters.
even in Diablo 2 where there was the ladder system.
Hmm.
And where are you going?
I don't know. Somewhere.
Just follow me.
Jesus.
And it was already in Diablo 2, it was called ladders back then. And it was always great because you would have this kind of fresh start. But this fresh start was usually every like 3 months or something like that. And Diablo is launched on 6th of June, and now already in like middle or end of July they will start this process of seasonal content where you need to restart from the beginning. And yeah, people will be pissed, like
Yeah,
don't
I'm
get me
already
wrong.
pissed. I started late because I was in the US and I didn't have my PC with me. So I basically now playing for nothing because I need to play again
Yeah,
from the start, which is, well, that's kind of sucks.
and it would be great if there would be this kind of 3 month
Come back,
pause
come back, come back.
between these things, and it would work out. But yeah, unfortunately the timing is a little bit off, because it works like that in all the other ARPGs. Let's say Path of Exile also have this kind of a league concept where every 3 months there's new seasonal content, and yeah, it feels fresh and great because there's of course new economy. And Diablo Diablo 4, they don't have that really. So they
Well, at least
already
not
made
yet. At least not yet.
not yet, but they already made some concessions that they don't want to force you to like unhide the whole map, which is kind of very very big spoilers.
What
And then
spoilers? By this time, almost
yeah,
everybody
this
played
time
Diablo.
everybody knows. Yeah, and then also collect the altars of Lilith, which are these kind of character boosts that you just collect, and that's it. You have those. So I guess they're already hitting this kind of a casual players friction where they try to make some concessions and don't really want them to lose everything and start from scratch. So we'll see. Um, the other thing that I'm kind of, let's say, missing here is that they don't really have an economy. So what Diablo does is that you can trade some of the gear. Like if I would want to help little Mate here, I
Little
could
Matej, fuck off, man. What do you think? What are you
I
talking
could
about?
give him a like a rare item or something. Like yeah, I currently have like a rare item for like level 45 or something like that. But all the, let's say, the meaningful items like legendaries and everything, they're account bound. So I can't give it to you really. So
Yeah.
you can buy some rare items. There's even Discord forums that people are trading some of the things, because you can like make rare items into legendaries. So it is some kind of a, let's say, a little bit of economy, but then yeah, it's not really that big. If you compare it to something like Path of Exile, where there's actually like a, you can trade anything. There's of course the bot problem a little bit, but yeah, you can trade anything. Legendaries, all the end game items, they have like so much value, and this also brings this kind of a new angle to the whole thing, because people like to engage with the economy itself, and you don't have that in Diablo 4.
So there's this
And
question. Wait a second. So I have the account bound legendaries. So when the season restarts, do I have them still, or they just are?
no, you start from scratch. Level 1 character. Goodbye, all your
Okay, but
gear.
you have the gear in the stash.
No, you don't. The stash is empty.
Jesus, but that was the great thing on Diablo 3. So I had these legendaries, so I put it in the
Because
stash.
there
So
was
when
no season. you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was great
Yeah.
because it
My
pretty
God.
much encourages you to level more characters because
Yeah,
oh, I found
exactly.
this great barbarian hammer, but I don't have a barbarian. Let's
Yeah,
level up a barbarian next. So
exactly.
this is not gonna happen.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
So everybody needs to start from scratch. So
Let's go to this dungeon, by the way.
let's finish the thing. It's here. You need to click somewhere here.
Oh
Where
my
it
God.
is here. You need to go there with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they will now need to again adjust this kind of a casual nature or casual beginning of the game because let me tell you the end game not really casual and people again hit that wall of complexity. And yeah, we'll see how it goes because what we're really looking forward is like yeah, outstanding launch, perfect performance, no server crashes like Diablo 3, the infamous error 37, and stuff like that. Yeah, just like outstanding. The game's marvelous. Like you can see the graphics are just gorgeous. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
everything is perfect.
everything's perfect. The environment, the production values, the cinema, the campaign's great. It's like a 6 hour experience, I would say. The story is okay-ish. I would say there's some, let's say, plot holes or like things that don't make really sense. But yeah, let's say okay. There's a bit of nostalgia, old characters
Yeah.
returning, and so on and so forth. It's great for like a casual player that would just play the game for like 50 hours. It's amazing. But what it offers for like live ops content or what's gonna happen when yeah we're actually talking like what they're gonna do for live ops. So and a little bit of development diaries that they're doing. They already talk about, or let's say, let's go to the main town in the meantime, so
Yep.
we can show it. They already talk about that they're gonna have a season
Are
pass
you
model.
going to Kyovashad or
Yeah,
the
to
other one?
Kyovashad.
Okay.
Kyovashad. So they said they're gonna have a seasonal model where you are pretty much progressing a season pass during those seasons with again like completely new character. Let me show you a bit of things on screen for
Yeah.
those watching, not listening. So
Well,
yeah,
everybody who is listening to this, you should be watching.
yeah, because it's better, just a better experience.
And the
Yeah, so
visuals are great.
the visuals are great.
It's amazing.
So they are gonna have a cosmetic battle pass where on one side of the battle pass, the free track, you're gonna have some, I guess, free cosmetics. On the bottom part you're gonna have mainly like premium cosmetics, and on the top part you're gonna have these kind of blessing currency smolders that gonna pretty much reinforce some of the blessings or like bonuses for the season for like new characters. Again, they're encouraging to level up more than one character, and that's pretty much it. um
Okay.
the the other end game, I don't know how you progress, by the way, through the season pass, like if it's just like levels or like
Most probably levels.
I don't know.
Experience, now, I
Yeah,
think.
we'll see. Like I'm gonna compare it with Path of Exile. We can talk about a little bit more, but just want to get back to that cosmetic thing.
So
If you
where
see,
can I read all the things on my weapon or boots?
oh, in the occultist
Occultist. Okay.
on the left. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna show you just a little bit of like those cosmetics that we have here. So the thing is that you can deck out your character pretty good, I would say, even without spending any money. And you have these like even slots that I made that you can pretty much save your. So I have, let's say, this Arctic druid that I have made, and I have this like desert druid because it didn't really make sense for me to go in desert in Arctic gear. And then I have this like wooden druid or whatever, and these are all made with completely like free to play stuff that you get from the game, where you can just go there and like change stuff and have like these different things within different colors
Jesus
and so on and
fucking
so forth.
Christ. Fiend Rose. I need to Fiend Rose to reroll my boots. Okay. Ugh.
I know.
Never gonna find this type of shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so you can have the appearance. Then you have like tattoos and stuff there, and then you have like the other slot they have is headstones, which is like the thing that shows when you die. It's this kind of a ghost over your corpse. Like really interesting choice of it.
Yeah.
But
How is
yeah, we'll
this
get
like?
to it.
How is this important?
Yeah. So those are the cosmetic slots. The other big cosmetic slots is of course the horse,
Oh yeah.
and the horse is like I would say one of the main points. You have different horses actually that you can have. You have different horse armors.
So for all of you that were not playing with us during the beta, so Jakub was crying all the fucking time. Like, where's the horse? Where's the horse? I
It's an
need the
open
horse.
world game, man. Like there's so much
I
walking.
know, I
Why I
know, I
cannot
know.
have the horse sooner?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I already bitching about it too, so I
Yeah.
know the pain.
And then you have the trophies on the horse, which is like this, yeah, let's say this trophy or that trophy. But yeah, so we have, let's say, 3 slots on the horse, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots on the character, and then the headstone slot, let's say. So that's what, like 10 slots or something like that. And those are just all cosmetics. And it seems that they're going to just go for cosmetics, which, in my opinion, is a little bit of, let's say, unused potential, or like
Very
they
unused
could go
potential.
more. And the problem is that these guys don't really want to go into a gameplay altering mechanics that you can sell.
Altered gameplay, you mean?
Altered gameplay, exactly. Because let's switch a little bit into Path of Exile, and we can compare what they have. Keep in
Let's
mind
see.
that Path of Exile been running there for like 10 years. Or actually, let me go to my other character this
Of
time,
course, that should be a
like a high level one that you could see. And this is like a this is the game that
ooh.
was created in order to like go back to the roots of Diablo 2 when Diablo 3 came out. And what these guys did, they tried to go very, very core. Like it's literally
It's so
niche.
fucking deep.
You need a university to play this game. It's very, very complex.
Yeah, I opened up the skill tree and I was like, nope.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, and the thing is that let's look at the thing that they have
And
in their
even this. Oh
cosmetics.
man.
Yeah. So see how many slots the cosmetics have. So I have like helmet skin, like different things that I can put, even like neck attachment or whatever I have here. And these slots just keep on increasing and increasing. And some of those are very, very kind of clever. For instance, this helmet that they introduced lately. Or I don't know where it was actually down there, but what it does, it glows depending on number of monsters you have killed. So it interacts
Ooh.
with the gameplay. Then you
That's
have
actually
these,
pretty cool.
yeah. Then you have these, like, let's say the footsteps, even like I can change what could be like in my footsteps, if it's like fire footsteps or like galactic footsteps, whatever. I have 2 pets that I can, change, or whatever that walks with me. Every single skill has its own plethora of cosmetic effects. So skills can actually have different cosmetics effects. Portals, like actually the town portals, have different cosmetics effect. They even have so much cosmetic effects that they created an effect that randomizes the effects. So I have a
Okay.
lot of these, let's say, like the usual town portal like you have in Diablo. So when I would use that, like a custom cosmetic one would appear. But if I have like so many of those, like I can only equip one. So what they created is that I can randomize those. So the
Jesus
game
fucking Christ.
randomized that for me. So instead just looking at one, if I open a map here, the game actually creates, see, like I have this tree one, then I have this whatever sun one, then this black hole one, and then like 2 more or 3 more sun one, go to roll there randomly. It's similar to what Hearthstone did with the card back thing, because they already, like, again, cosmetic of a card back, and they did this kind of random card back, so you never know which one you go into the battle, because that's what happens when you have like 20 cosmetics on one slot. It doesn't make sense to create 30 more, so you need to somehow be able to show them off. So what happens with these guys, they have very, very clever effects here, and like different things that they have been adding throughout the years, and more slots. And this, I think, what Diablo will do later down the line. So now we have, as I said, 11 slots, and we'll end up by the end of the year with something like 15 to 16. That's my guess. So they're going to add exactly like same things that these guys have, because they have been like at it for like 10 years. Like there's no other way really to like do anything in an action RPG. Um, the other thing I want to talk about is the end game, uh, because this is as for monetization model. Sorry, not end game, but the other part of the microtransactions. So what Path of Exile does is that you have your stash, and this stash, works completely different than the Diablo one. Because if we go back to Diablo and we go into our stash, and people are already complaining it that the stash is so small and like why don't we have more slots? And my guess is they maybe will go this way, but that's just a wild guess. So here is our stash where you have like 4 slots that I have like like gems, then I have some uniques, then I have PvP ears. For those who don't know, like if you kill a player in Diablo, you get his ear, so you can remember him, and then potions or like dungeons, whatever. But just 4 tabs, and some tabs, of course, in my inventory. It's already kind of low, and keep in mind I'm using one character already, fill it all.
Leverage the power of loyalty-driven UA with Mistplay. Users discover a collection of curated games to play based on their interests. The more they play, the more units they earn. The more they spend on in-app purchases, they also earn. Units can be redeemed for their preferred rewards, including a variety of gift cards. Tapping into our exclusive and growing community of engaged gamers at a global scale. Loyalty works for any game and genre.
So what Pad of Exile does, they sell stash tabs. So you can buy more inventory space for real world money. It doesn't change the gameplay in a way that you're more stronger, more powerful. It just creates more comfort. And this is the thing that I would call this model. It's pay for comfort. Because
Yes, that's
it is
pretty
much more
nice.
comfortable to have like things organized nicely, because keep in mind this is an action RPG. There's lots of loot and
Yeah,
a
all
lot of
those OCD people like
yeah,
yourself, like oh, I need to
exactly. A lot
organize
of time
everything.
you're just playing inventory Tetris or dealing with loot or like organizing and so on and so forth. Yeah, there's so many of these. Then they have the special items tab that have been
Thank
added
God
into
they're
the game
making
for 10
Path of
years.
Exile 2, which is going to be very much simplified version of
Yeah, I
this.
hope so.
I hope so as well, so I can finally play it and pay attention. Because
Yeah,
if I start, like trying to learn all of this shit, it's just like only the preparation to just find the build, try to
yeah.
understand how it works, what's the best build for me, and blah blah blah. It would just take me like fucking one or two
Build is not
months.
really the problem. The problem is like learning what to do with each of these mechanics.
Hmm.
That's the problem.
I was
Yeah,
trying to find the build and I spent like 2 days and it's like no 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 no
yeah.
no 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 no
It's
no
very
no.
hard. Like Path of Exile is like 10-1 complex
Oh
in
yeah yeah yeah.
Diablo 2, Diablo 4, Path of Exile. Yeah, but this is my wild guess that what they're gonna do, they maybe will go this kind of road of pay for comfort, because in my opinion this works much better regarding monetization. Because yeah, how many cosmetics can you sell, or how many cosmetics are appealing for you to have? Like, of course there's this like special group of players that they will buy them, but in the end these are very very important features. And in Path of Exile they are literally altering gameplay at some point, because some of the premium tabs that you have here can be like, only the premium tabs can be indexed on the players on the trading side,
Hmm.
meaning that if I want to put my like their own way of auction house, if I want to put an item into an auction house, I need to have that premium tab, because they don't want to facilitate trading in order to have like a special auction house within the game. They have this kind of a gray zone trading where I need to have the premium tab, I need to my item to be put in there, and then I can pretty much, let's say, pick its price there, and I know that it costs this and this and this, and then anybody will pretty much go on the site, see it there, and message me in game, hey, I want to buy your item, like you already like advertise it for this much, let's just trade it. So this is their way of like trading items within the economy. It works pretty well, and yeah, my guess is that Diablo will probably want to do the comfort tab something like, they will add more and more and more currencies and shit into the game, and yeah, it will be more and more cumbersome. The question is if things that will solve those like new problems will be
Hmm.
paid or will be free.
Hmm.
That's the question. But of course it will, in my opinion, this is like the best monetization that you can have. Like it's a little bit like, of course it's pissing the everything should be free and not altering gameplay audience, but I guess there's no way around it. They of course have their own battle pass. Like if I go into the, can't even go here. Yeah, I need to.
Ay ay ay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can go here. The screen.
What are you trying
Yeah,
to
there's
find?
so many mechanics. Haven't been here for a long time.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but pretty much they have their own battle pass. But the other thing I wanted to show is the end game, or like what's their live ops with the seasons, because
Yeah.
how Path of Exile works. And let's go to a like season character. As I said, like you need to make a new one that starts from scratch.
Hmm.
So I have like level 1 here.
Yeah, but that's the thing that Diablo 3 started doing as well.
Yeah, of course, Diablo also do it, but the difference and the big difference between, let's say, Diablo 3 here is that current end game here is that I can level this character to 100. I can get some like whatever achievements that I have here, like challenges that some have some cosmetic rewards, some have just like player title rewards. And then I can kill like world bosses. I can do these tree of whispers, like pretty much like quest system for end game, and then I can do like legion events or like complete the map, and that's it. There's not much to it. Social activity wise, there's also not really
Yeah.
that much to it. The bosses are kind of easy, very easy. Like 8 people will kill a boss in like 2 minutes. There's not really like
Yeah, but
demand
then you
for
have
learning
like
mechanics.
super hard Lilith at the end of the
Yeah,
end game,
you
and
have
then you
a
are.
level 100 Lilith, that Uber Lilith that will one shot everything. So like great, like
Yeah.
Crip said, it's like a platformer. But yeah, that's not much mechanics to do, and you can, as I said, like you can finish all of these things within like 100 hours of gameplay time, which for hardcore ARPG players is not that much when you consider that the season works for 3 months.
Yeah, that's like super fast for
Yeah, that's
for
like
everybody.
what do you do? So if we go into Path of Exile, what these guys have, they have this, let's say, challenges thing that for every 3 months, for every week, they have like these different challenges. There's 40 of those, and the game pretty much it's like a bunch of achievements or like things that the game requires you to do, and they track it nicely here in this tab. And then you have cosmetic rewards along the way, as you see, like if I complete 12 challenges, I get these
Yeah.
Houseborn gloves tier 2, so on and so forth. And then I can also get the leak totem, that's just like a display case in my hideout where it shows that I have progressed to the challenge this and this and this. But the problem with these things that they take so much fucking time to do.
Yes.
Literally, like grinding goals. Like the last one is called grinding goals, like level 100, or defeat over bosses 75 times.
What?
Activate the altar of something 750 times.
What?
Defeat.
Come on,
Yeah,
man! Like it's just.
this is like the that's just the scale of it. Like these guys are aiming for the really, really, really core audience. Like I mean
Okay.
core, like people that play like 3 hours a day, or maybe
Well,
maybe
wait, what?
more.
3 hours a day is nothing. I play 3 hours a day
Yeah,
sometimes, and
exactly.
I'm not. I'm way far from the
Yeah.
core.
So the scale, like how much hardcoreness this whole thing can capture, it's like much bigger. And let me go to my other character, and like I try to do these things, like they're kind of pretty good. They always keep you kind of running because there's something still to do, and there's like a lot of achievement things to do there. Yeah, I think it's like a good system, and my guess is that the battle pass or season pass that Diablo 4 will do will be kind of similar. Let's see. But for instance, here's you can see my totems here that like every one of these is a representation of a 3-month league. So there's a lot of them. Let's say.
No lifer, Jakub, the no lifer. What the jeez? Come on.
Yeah, but they're not that big. No eagles on my side, like we're full complete. So anyway, but what I wanted to tell you that this gives meaning to leveling a new character, to starting the economy from fresh. Because with Path of Exile, the economy on the standard realm, the one that no one plays, is fucked. I'm sorry, like it does. The price is inflation. They don't care about it because what they do every 3 months they start from scratch. The economy is new. Of course there's inflation towards the end of it, but they don't care because what happens in another 3 months they reset it again, and that works great. So yeah, I really wonder how Diablo will do it, because Diablo 3, like with their seasons, like I don't know how many of those, like 30 of them runs, they didn't really
Yeah,
have this kind
28
of,
or something.
yeah. And if you look at the DAU graph of Path of Exile, it's very, very, very kind of consistent pattern of spike during the start of the league, and after first month there's like a big down spike, And then in 2 months, at the start of another new league, there's again very, very big spike, and so on and so forth. And the spikes actually go higher and higher. And this game is taking more and more players, of course. Keep in mind that Path of Exile was bought by Tencent. So they are not that small anymore. And yeah, they're going to announce more details around Path of Exile 2, which my guess is will be the biggest Western competitor to Diablo 4 in next month, in end of July. At
Well, they
ExileCon.
announce it in the end of July, or is it already live in the
No,
end of
no, they
July?
will announce the date of
Oh, okay.
beta at the end of July,
Oh.
and it will be already playable at Gamescom on this
Uy,
year.
uy, uy,
It's the
uy, uy,
beta.
okay.
But
By the way, if you can help me a little bit, that would be amazing.
yeah, I'm gonna go there. Save your ass.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, but we'll see. Like, I'm just kind of speculating here, like how Diablo 4 will run this, because as I said, Path of Exile is definitely, even though it's much smaller in size, because it's burdened by its very, very high complexity that literally you need a university to get into. I'm hoping that they will get it much more streamlined for the Path of Exile 2 experience. Already they announced some of the things that they're streamlining, but yeah,
Yeah, I would be
let's
very
see.
glad if they
Bec-
can
because the end game systems,
simplified
like
stuff.
if we compare the end game systems, a lot of these are taken actually from Path of Exile. So if I go here into the ability system and in this kind of paragon system, so what you see here is this kind of very, very big skill tree that I'm pretty much going my way through, where I have these glyphs that I can put there, and like they will be affected by all the other nodes within its vicinity, and so on and so forth. And I'm adding more and more of these kind of chessboards and rolling it, and it's super complex. If we go into Path of Exile and look into their tree, it's actually the exact same concept. It's just kind of pretty big. You don't rotate anything, and you just follow way. But like these kind of sockets that you can add there into the slots, they have it. So they took this kind of a mechanic, streamlined it a little bit, or I would say also add a little bit of complexity with the rotation and everything. It's a lot of complexity. So this is a little bit confusing to me, like why they have this kind of very, very high level of complexity, because they want to cater to the like end game RPG audience, but I don't know, like if casual people can deal with it, because of course Path of Exile, they have just the character skill tree but also the map skill tree. So why not another big one?
Yeah, amazing.
And on top of it, their best endgame system is the map system, where you like go through this atlas of maps that you start from the borders and slowly progress your way to the middle of it, where you have the ultimate bosses and you need to do things. It's very, very engaging, and like one of the best ARPG endgame systems. But again, this is very complex. So I don't know how Diablo plans to do it, but they are definitely taking some of the mechanics of Path of Exile already. So
Well, you also said that there is some kind of inspiration from Lost Ark as well, right?
yeah, the other inspiration is Lost Ark, which is the other big competitor that I wouldn't say is that big in Western space. It's more an Asian game from Korea, but it's also an open world
Oh, now you
ARPG.
came when I almost killed everybody. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thanks for
Grizzly
the
Man.
rewards.
Yeah, of course you.
Because Diablo 4 is pretty much a mutation of those two games, where you have the ARPG experience of Path of Exile, I would say, or let's say ARPG experience in general, and then you have the open worldness that's typical for games like Lost Ark, where Lost Ark also has like another like different mechanics, such as like the sailing mechanic, where you go through these islands and like do events and stuff there. These guys don't have it, but Lost Ark is also out for like 5 years, so maybe something will come out of it. But it's definitely much more to the MMO feel. Like we pretty much met those two players on the road as we go there. You wouldn't be able to for this to happen in Diablo 3 or Path of Exile,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's no random players in the world. Here there are. So
But
it
why
adds.
is that important? By the way, I mean I don't care.
Um, it's not that important, to be honest, because there's not much content that it would require for you
That's
to
the thing,
like
yeah, right. So it
engage
was
with other players.
exactly. So it was interesting in the beta where we had to gather
Everybody would
around.
just go
Yeah,
around the boss.
exactly. Now in here, like you said, like those bosses are not that well difficult anymore.
Yeah.
It was really like really tough to beat this boss in the first beta.
Yeah, my guess is that probably they will introduce more and more of these kind of end game mechanics, because even in Lost Ark you have these dungeons, and there's definitely a lot of mechanics that you need to do, like similar to World of Warcraft actually, where you need to learn the boss patterns. Like in this phase, the boss does this, stand here, don't stand in that. If you screw it up, everybody dies, and they're pissed at you, so on and so forth. So Diablo 4, they don't have that currently. So I'm like really interested if they will actually follow this road, because the bosses and actually the raids in Lost Ark are much more complex than in Diablo 4.
You know what would be great to actually have on the video? The butcher.
The Butcher, if he
Yeah.
would ambush us here.
Yes, I'm not sure if here, but I've
Yeah,
actually
he could spawn here, but yeah,
yeah, I haven't seen him basically yet.
don't know. But definitely, Diablo 4 is excels at much better accessibility or approachedness, where like pretty much everybody, like people start to make fun of these like Diablo dads.
That's me. I'm the
Yeah,
Diablo dad. I'm
I'm
the
also
Diablo
Diablo dad.
dad.
That they have just few minutes of gameplay per day in downtime between their 50 kids and so on and so forth. So it's become a meme in the Diablo
It's
Reddit already.
definitely a meme.
Yeah, but
Definitely a
yeah,
meme, but it's
we'll
amazing.
see. I'm really interested. Like this year's gonna be great because we're gonna have like two biggest action RPGs on the market pretty much show their full cards, like how
Yeah.
they're gonna tackle the market, and it will be great for competition and great for us players. So that's gonna be good. And on the other hand, we're gonna probably see some new business models being utilized, I would say, because I don't really think that Diablo 4 will just be okay with just cosmetics. I think they will need to sell something more, either that comfort we talk about or
Hmm.
something else.
Well, I think like why they didn't even introduce this from the very beginning? Because they rushed it to be able to launch before Path of Exile.
I don't think so. They didn't rush. Like, keep in mind, this game was in development for like 5 years.
I know,
So
but that's the
the,
Blizzard way of doing things.
soon,
Hey, we're gonna launch it soon. Yes, thank you very much. Fast forward fucking 10 years. Oh, here we are. Don't you have a mobile
yeah,
device?
I don't know. By the way, this is also interesting. Path of Exile is also bringing its mobile port to be announced on that
So,
ExileCon
okay,
convention.
what is that? It's just going to be Diablo Immortal, or is it going to be
No, no,
literally the like game playable on mobile phone?
it's gonna be the game playable on mobile phone.
Okay,
So
and
I'm really
Diablo
curious.
Path of Exile 1 or 2
Two,
or
two, two.
or both? Oh,
Path
so
of Exile 1 will cease exist. There won't be Path of Exile 1 after the patch.
okay,
There will
that's
be just Path of
interesting.
Exile 2. Like, it's similar to that Counter Strike thing, where
Okay,
Counter
yeah,
Strike also just improved, and that's it. You have the new one.
okay, so it just okay, morphs into Path of Exile 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So yeah, we'll see. Like, there's a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of possibilities where this can go, really wrong or really good. We'll see. But the most important thing for me is that, yeah, the launch was outstanding, the content, the campaign, and everything was great. But what will happen next? What will be happening with the game in a year, in half a year, and like what content we will see?
so
Because if this is
what is the
ex-
prediction?
prediction is, as I said, like they will need to monetize something more than cosmetics.
But do but why do they need to monetize something else?
Because I think their schedule is like a expansion every 2 years or 1 year. Don't know what was the schedule, but they already announced that they're making two expansions. Expansions meaning that you need to buy them again for $60
Oh, of
or
course.
$40.
100 deluxe edition and you can't play because you're in fucking California.
Yeah, that's also the other thing.
Thank you very much. That's
But
my problem.
in between, I don't think so that cosmetics revenue will be enough in between those expansions, because Path of Exile makes money, I would say, hand over fist with those like life comfort features.
Okay.
Cosmetics are great, but you definitely want more stash space.
Of
You
course.
definitely want
Yeah.
more ordered stash space, more like possibilities to make your life easier here.
That's the thing. I would pay for making my life easier. Well, I do it every time I can in real life, so why would I not do it in
Yeah,
the game?
exactly. Like, why don't if you can buy business class, why wouldn't do it in your ARPG? If it
Exactly.
doesn't make you any stronger at all, like you still
Yeah.
need to go to
So it's
all
not
the
pay to win.
content.
So it's not pay
Yeah,
to win.
it's pay for comfort. But yeah, some people like the orthodox ones still call it pay to win or like
But why is it?
gameplay altering thing.
But why is it pay to win? Because you have more room for stashing. I'm just like,
Yeah,
come on.
more room, you're faster because you don't need to care that much or
Ah,
sort
okay,
things that
okay.
much, so you get like more dungeons per minute, blah blah blah.
All these amazing stats.
Min maxers.
Yeah. Okay, true.
We'll see.
Jesus.
Yeah, but actually, the other thing I wanted to point out that cosmetics, yeah, that's why I'm also kind of afraid that cosmetics will make it for Diablo 4, is that their cosmetics are kind of lackluster compared to what you find in the game already. Like in Path of Exile, the cosmetics are really shiny, really good. You immediately know when you see someone, okay, this is a cosmetic,
Mm.
and they're wearing some
Oh,
whatever something of that they just bought or was like given from some kind of achievement in the game.
oh,
Here, like stuff looks pretty good, even though it's not the paid cosmetic. So, like for instance, do you see the mace that I'm holding here? This two-handed mace.
yes.
This is like an exclusive cosmetic from like viewing Diablo 4 on Twitch.
Nice.
But it isn't really like anything great. Like if I see, this is the glowing fire staff that I have now is the original one that I'm changing the appearance in the other one.
Mm.
So honestly, like this
No
one's more
difference.
cool.
No difference.
Yeah.
Uh,
So my guess is that they don't want to break the dark fantasy here with all the shiny whatever things. You're glowing like a disco guy. But yeah, the cosmetics don't really make the cut. Then I think so.
mm.
We'll see.
Okay, we can leave the dungeon. I want to really see the butcher.
Yeah,
Mr. Jakub,
you,
where can
you
we find where can we
you
find him?
just need to run a lot of dungeons. That's the only
Ah,
thing to
okay,
do.
so it's randomly spawned in any
Randomly
dungeon.
spawn in the worst case situation where you're getting your ass kicked and then suddenly a bunch of spawn on top
Ah,
of you.
okay, perfect. Oh no, not this event again. Okay, fuck it. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Your casual player rating here?
My casual player rating like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Of
Okay.
course. No, really, like I really enjoyed the beta. I seriously started playing Diablo 3 after the beta ended because I was like, okay, well, I need to play something which is definitely closer to Diablo 4. I
Hmm.
tried to play Path of Exile, but it was just too
You
complex.
didn't go to University
I
of
could,
Path of Exile
I,
first.
I just couldn't. No, it's just like it was too much. So definitely 10 out of 10. And because, yeah, my casual player rating would be definitely 10. I'm not even on at the end of the content yet. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still pretty much like having fun and honestly
fully agree.
playing.
Like
Yeah,
for
playing alone, it's okay.
for casual players, this is amazing, and like
Yeah,
it's pretty much like a new Christmas. For us, hardcore RPG players, it was also Christmas, I would say, until you hit those first 50 hours of gameplay, and then for me,
then you're
there's
fucked.
no, I wouldn't say fuck. It's pretty much not that much to do. Like
Mm,
I enjoy, let's say, the PvP from time to time. If you find a player that's lower level than you,
yeah,
if you find a higher level than you, especially those like no lifers camping the sites there with like level 100 barbarian rolls around and kills you in one shot.
yeah,
That's an outstanding experience.
yeah. I can
So
imagine.
yeah, that's there. You just go and farm some cosmetics for the bosses like every 6 hours or like some daily stuff,
Mm,
and that's it. That's not
that's it,
really that
basically.
much to
Okay.
do. So there's not
Mm.
like, yeah, I can try to pretty much level this character to level 100 and try to get on with it.
Yeah, but why would you do that
100
when you need
Uber
to?
Lilith.
Yeah, why would you do that when you need to do it again in like a few weeks?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing.
There's no,
So
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
at least if they would have that kind of challenges pass or whatever, like the tracker there that would track your progress, you would get something out of it for it. So that could be like something to keep you going. But other than that, like people already, like the streamers, they're setting their own goals now because they run out of stuff to do. But they run out of stuff to do in the first week, of course, because they're playing nonstop.
Yeah,
But yeah, let's see.
that's the thing.
Like we need to give these guys a little bit of let's say how to get benefit of doubt, because of course the game's out for what, like 20 days.
Yeah.
So for 20 days, I think it's amazing. But yeah, we'll definitely see what happens afterwards and how the live ops systems and end game content gonna improve, because it will be pretty important, especially how they will be able to balance between the casual players being able to engage with the content and then the hardcore players, because that's the current kind of debate on the internet. Like I said, that I need to like level up my character again, and then the hardcore players like, what did you expect? Like, this is action RPG 101. Yeah, so for me, like, the rating is something like 7 to 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would
until the
say
end game improves.
Yeah, you will say 7 or 8, definitely 8. Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think we can end it here.
I think so as well. I think so as well. Too bad Felix couldn't join us, because he's definitely already 100 level.
Watching all the ads.
Watching all the ads
they have here.
Exactly. So he got experience from watching ads, so that's why he's on level 100. Killed the Uber Lilith with ads. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for listening and watching the YouTube stream, or YouTube video. Share it with your friends, industry friends and colleagues, and whatever else. See you next time. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Cheers.
See ya on level 100.
Oh yeah, definitely.